your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in our newsrooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
It is your right.
In my family, we strive to be responsible in order to ensure the well-being of our family. In the same way, I encourage my family to vote because it's their responsibility to do so as citizens.
That's right. It is our responsibility to elect our leaders without influence from our families or anyone else.
You have the right to vote. Use it.
We will vote. Will you?
Vote in the presidential election on the 20th of January 2015, starting from 06 hours to 18 hours. Carry your voters and green national registration card to be able to vote. The Electoral Commission of Zambia. Your vote, your right, your voice. Support peaceful elections.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Jungle.
A lovely warm welcome to the main news on Prime Television. To present it, my name is Kalan Muchima. A look at the headlines. Heated political campaigns come to a close. Mrs. Mann found dead in unclear circumstances. Zambian government donates relief items to the Republic of Malawi. In foreign news, Kenyan police tear gas protesting children. Those are the headlines. Join me shortly for the news in detail. Now the main news in detail. Heated political campaigns have now come to a close. Zambians across the country will on Tuesday, 20th January 2015, be going to the polls to vote for their next leader. The political campaign period, as announced by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has since come to a close. Gwen Mwila now looks at how the political campaigns have been for the last 2 months.
Zambians will tomorrow be going to polling stations to cast in their votes. And in the run-up to the elections, campaigns have been held around the country, and a number of violent cases have been reported in different parts of the country. But even with these cases being reported, campaigns were still carried on by the 11 political parties that are contesting for the seat. In the same period, it was seen where a number of political parties had failed to meet the required number that was given by the Electoral Commission of Zambia for them to join the presidential race, while others opted not to file in their nominations but to rally behind another presidential candidate. And some of the residents talked to say they are happy that the campaigns have now ended and they have urged all well-meaning Zambians to turn up in numbers and cast their votes.
Therefore, kweba amazambians bonse amazambians abayishi bazambia fe awamu lero line so kupukuta voters kadi kuwamya bwino sana na maleji mairo rutsero ikarokeshani kuya mukuvota
aya makampeni ashtike ko trekana ama confusion opo yali but ama confusion opo yali I think finishons afkile pakuvota nishama ama confusion yosya ngamwa vota fye nishifyonza ama confusion mfile mwala bakofe. That's so.
Even as the country tomorrow goes to the polls to decide who becomes Zambia's 60th president, there is need to maintain peace and for the electorates to have violent-free elections. Gwen Mwila reporting for Prime TV News in Lusaka.
The Malawian government has advised the losing political parties taking part in Tuesday's by-election to concede defeat. Malawian High Commissioner to Zambia, David Bandawe, says this is the only way peace will be preserved. Mr. Bandawe says Zambia has been known by many as a peaceful country, saying its reputation should not be eroded by politics. And Mr. Bandawe has advised Zambians to turn up in large numbers and vote for their preferred candidates. Mr. Bandawe said this in an interview with Prime Television in Lusaka.
I know Zambians from my past experience that there will be no violence after voting. But I wish all the Zambian people all the best tomorrow when they go and cast their vote throughout the country in the presidential by-election. Accept the results whichever way. Yeah, because the results, they express the will of the people. So accept what people have decided.
And in a related development, Kawata constituents aspiring candidate Clement Tembo has also advised all political leaders to embrace peace during and after the election. Mr. Tembo says this will help to preserve the true meaning of democracy. He said this in an interview with Prime TV News.
We are happy that today is the last day and the 18 hours they will have closed. The idea is that we expect a good turnout because a lot of people outside there are excited and they want to vote. My appeal is that let everyone, a well-meaning Zambian, and especially young people, rise up very early in the morning, go to the centers so that you are able to vote. An opportunity has come for you to exercise your right. This is when you put in leaders that you think are going to help you come out of your struggles, the poverty levels and whatever it is. An opportunity has been set before you, to exercise your power, to pick who your servant should be. This time around, you're bringing in your servant, who's supposed to, to take care of the affairs.
A 32-year-old unidentified man from Misisi compound has been discovered dead in the area in unclear circumstances. According to Mrs. residents, two named political parties were involved in an argument of who will win the presidential elections, and it is not clear if the person who was killed belongs to the other party. The residents have expressed shock at the death of the man and have since demanded for the opening of a police post. They have appealed to Home Affairs Minister and the Zambian police to ensure that the residents are protected in the area. The residents have also appealed to youths in the country not to assault each other over politics. The residents were speaking to Prime TV News in an interview.
Kulomba kwa babuteko kweba tikuti batu wafilisha kwa kushika kwe migodi imwe yalichiramo muno mwamisi batu muntu nga bamuipa yabakukosa yonse menshinga kwa bamenshi mpaka bempa y'omuntu bapose mu muntu bumenshi so ifo tulelombako kweba batu wafilishe kwa baboma
And I'm very concerned. Where is the Minister of Home Affairs to look after the safety of the people here in the Mississippi? These politicians come here during elections, but the people are killed. Why are people killed? Sure. In the other countries, the police are all over the place looking after their citizens.
BPF na kainge ndio nimena na eti galungu ndio paonganga panga mbo mmenya uja nimbe asikoje tewezi hapa sika mpalo mmenya uja mara ndo zabavuta kwani ngambo paya na baba president wewe changes weka huko jote batu bapaya na shinde jambo kana bwana barampa ya usiku lole barampa ya usiku lole.
We apologize for not warning our sensitive viewers about those pictures in those clips. However, 8 people died over the weekend in separate accidents which happened in southern, eastern and Lusaka provinces, according to the Zambia Police Service. In southern province, 3 people, among them 2 juveniles aged 5 and 10, died on the spot, while 4 others sustained serious injuries in an accident on the Choma-Namwala Road. The accident happened when the driver of the motor vehicle, Toyota Land Cruiser, registration number AJT 2925, Regan Donkola of Overspew compound in Livingston failed to negotiate a cave due to excessive speed. The bodies of the deceased are in Macha Hospital mortuary, while the driver has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Another accident happened in Choma, in which an identified pedestrian died on the spot after he was hit by a motor vehicle which did not stop after an accident. This is according to a statement issued to Prime Television by Zambia Police spokesperson Charity Munganga Chanda. United Party for National Development, UPND President Hakainde Hichilema has closed his campaigns in Mandevu, promising to improve Zambia's economy if voted into office. Mr. Hichilema says once elected into office, he will deal with all the problems being faced by marketeers, bus drivers and the vendors. He adds that time has come for people to elect a leader that will change the country for a better. Mr. Hichilema was speaking at Mandevu Compound Rally in his closing campaign message to the people of Zambia. He prayed to God to help people of Zambia choose him as a leader to improve the lives of people. You're still watching the main news on Prime TV. We go for our first commercial. Join me shortly for more news.
Yeah, madam, nisiriza manze.
No problem. It's very busy here.
Yeah, my sister, pamangala busy. Since you wanna kuziwa kapena nzaka vota kwa presidential elections.
Huh? Don't tell me. You can't afford to miss out on your right to vote. Elections are a time for you to choose a leader of your choice.
Your boy, Susie, but voting is important.
You need to vote if you want to put a leader of your choice in power.
Oh, okay. But for me, makamba for panga sense. Anyway, since 14,000 maningi time, your car is ready.
Zikomo, the car looks great. I'll bring it here again for another wash.
No problem. As long as it is not on 20th January, because I'll be voting.
Vote in the presidential election on the 20th of January 2015, starting from 06 hours to 18 hours. Carry your voters and green national registration card to be able to vote. The Electoral Commission of Zambia. Your vote, your right, your voice. Support peaceful elections.
all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in our newsrooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Welcome back. UPND Deputy Spokesperson Edwin Lefwekelo has advised the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, to ensure that Tuesday's election is held in a free and fair manner. Mr. Lefwekelo has meanwhile congratulated and commended the Zambia Police Service for the professional manner they've conducted themselves during the campaign period. Mr. Lefwekelo says it is sad with reports that a group of people intend to rig the elections using the electronic transmission of results. He has encouraged all meaningful Zambians to safeguard their results.
Mindful that there are people that would want to manipulate the election process, generally with a view of ensuring that the level playing field is not even. So our prayer is that of course the election is free and fair, and we hope that we can do the right thing and hope political parties can participate. I'm happy with the conduct of the Zambia Police Service. With regard to the public order, I think that the police have extremely done very well in terms of ensuring that there's a level playing field in terms of how political parties have been disseminating information without actually stopping any political party from proceeding with their elections.
The Zambian government has donated 140,000 kwacha cash to the Malawian government to help in that country's devastating floods, which have displaced many. Government has also donated 300 units and 50 bales of blankets, all valued at 170,000 kwacha. Speaking during the handover of the dummy check and flagging off of the donated items, Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit DMMU National Coordinator Patrick Kangwa says the donation is aimed at helping the affected people in Malawi. And Malawian High Commissioner to Zambia, David Bandawe, expressed gratitude to the Zambian government for the timely donation. Since the floods broke out in Malawi in January this year, over 110,000 people have been displaced, while 176 people have been reported to have died.
As a follow-up to the declaration, the government of the Republic of Zambia, through His Excellency Dr. Guy Elscott, MP, Acting President, decided to donate emergency relief items to the government of the Republic of Malawi to help it cope with the devastating effects of the floods. The donation consists of the following: a figure of $20,000, which is a cash transfer, and then 300 units of tents valued at over 1.6 million kwacha, and 50 bales of blankets.
For the past 2 to 3 weeks, Malawi has been experiencing incessant rain, particularly in the southern part of the district. A number of people have been affected, have been distressed. As of yesterday, 176 persons have died so far. 156 are missing. We don't know where they are. It is assumed that perhaps they are also dead. And over 100,000 have been made homeless.
The Anti-Corruption Commission ACC has arrested a health promotions officer at the Ministry of Health for theft involving over 200,000 kwacha and altering false documents. Belois Gaz, 43 of Avondale, has been charged with one count of a theft by public servant contrary to Section 272, as read with Section 277. In the first count, Mr. Skazo jointly and whilst acting together with other unknown persons stole 247,775 property of the government of the Republic of Zambia. In count 2, Mr. Skazwe, on unknown dates but between 1st January 2008 and 31st December 2008 in Lusaka, jointly and whilst acting together with other unknown persons, altered false documents, namely acquittal sheets and receipts relating to the payment of 247,775 kwacha. Sikazwe has since been released on bond and will appear in court on 23rd January 2015. This is according to a statement made available to Prime TV by ACC Public Relations Manager Timothy Mono. We go for a second break. When we do come back, foreign news will be up next.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Wow, I can't wait for the midterm break. I'll sleep the whole day.
I'll be doing the opposite, staying up all night and playing video games.
Wow, you two have big plans, hey? I'll be going back home where I registered so I can take part in the presidential election on the 20th of January.
Wow, Lisa, why are you such a boring dope? Why'd you bother about such things? Even to the old people, we're young.
And that's exactly why we should vote. We're the future of Zambia, and the elections will give us a chance to vote for a president of our own choice. And this president will also address issues that we face as youth.
Okay, but she has a point. Imagine if more young people voted, okay? Our leaders would then realize how important we are to the nation, and then solve more of our issues.
Well, you see, as much as I hate to admit it, I think you both, what I've said, makes a lot of sense. I'm left with no choice but to consider it.
Vote in the presidential election on the 20th of January 2015, starting from 06 hours to 18 hours. Carry your voters and green national registration card to be able to vote. The Electoral Commission of Zambia. Your vote, your right, your voice. Support peaceful elections.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Kenyan police have fired tear gas at children protesting against the seizure of their school playground by property developer. Around 100 primary school children and a small group of activists pushed over a newly built wall that separated playing fields and the school buildings close to the capital Nairobi's main domestic airport on Monday. Around 40 armed police accompanied by dogs dispersed the protesters by firing tear gas canisters. An AFP news agency photographer at the scene said dozens of children were caught in choking clouds of tear gas before being forced to shelter on a pedestrian bridge over the main road to escape the noxious fumes. Macharia Njeru, chairman of the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, said the incident would be investigated. Cameroon's army has fled 24 hostages kidnapped during a cross-border attack by suspected Boko Haram fighters based in neighboring Nigeria, government officials said. In their latest cross-border raid on Sunday, the Nigeria-based Boko Haram fighters seized at least 80 people in northern Cameroon, most of them women and children. Cameroon Information Minister Issa Chiroma Bakari told Al Jazeera that the Cameroon army was able to free at least 24 of the hostages on Monday. The attack on Sunday occurred in the village of Mambas in the far north region, Bakari said, adding that 80 houses were destroyed. The raid came a day after neighboring Chad deployed troops to combat Boko Haram in Cameroon and Nigeria as part of a regional bid to combat the group. We now join Al Jazeera for more roundups.
Lebanese Hezbollah fighters, including a commander who were killed in an Israeli helicopter attack on Sunday, will be buried in a few hours. The funerals are to be held in southern Beirut. The men were reportedly targeted in the Syrian province of Quneitra, that's close to the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. Suspected Boko Haram fighters have kidnapped at least 80 people, mostly women and children, in northern Cameroon. It happened in villages near Makolo, right on the border with Nigeria, where the group is based. Cameroon's information minister told Al Jazeera that the fighters ransacked and burned houses.
Boko Haram insurgents attacked a village and they destroyed, they burned to ashes 80 residences. They killed 3 people and many people, including children, teenagers, were taken hostages. And I think that at the end of the day, we have no choice but to get rid of them by fighting them to the end.
Mali has been declared Ebola-free after 42 days without a new case of the virus. Since the outbreak there in October, Mali had 6 deaths. Travel restrictions on Malians are being eased, but people are being advised to maintain basic hygiene standards. Haiti's president has announced the formation of his new government, with ministers due to be sworn in later on Monday. It follows more protests calling for Michel Martelly to resign. Parliament was dissolved on Tuesday after its term expired, leaving Haiti without a functioning government. Martelly has been ruling by decree since, and elections have been delayed by 3 years.
And finally, in sports news, soccer fans in the country have urged the Zambia national team coach Honor Janza to ensure that more effort is put in for the next game. Most of the soccer fans talked to by Prime TV say the Zambian players could have done more than what they did in their first game. They say the performance on the opening match was far less than what people expected. Zambia drew against the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo at the ongoing Orange Africa Cup of Nations in Equatorial Guinea and will meet Tunisia on Thursday. Here's a report.
The 2012 former African champions on Sunday, 18th January, went head-to-head with their neighboring country, Congo DR. In a match that was most anticipated by most soccer fans in the country, the Zambian team from the start of the game showed to have possession when they managed to score in the first 65 seconds in the first half. But this still has raised a lot of eyebrows among the Zambian fans. Most of them feel the old players should have been in the first game than using new players.
For them wale foika kwa kuntanshi kuya. For them wala ojinga ko bola kuntanshi. Urati nani sate senzo sunga bola. That's why manje midjenze che musha manje kusogolo ma striker kuri enzo sunga bola kuja. That's what enze mu pressure manje abura manje kwa defender manje waona. Kuje kwezo funika na ngumbesu mana ngu for them wa ojinga ko che bola. Bola enze che musha but pali uyu ndani sate venze senzo sunga bola bali bempambo ero vijani venze vitali mwa
nomba filianga bambo kutiyafira kuti wachitakuwa difashani pantu ino ni Africa Cup tulefuwa ya Africa Cup na uno mwaka tusende nomba ili emitere bafire bachinjako babeko serious tukasende Africa Cup ngafintu tuwaisendele uli ya mwaka kwena inefyo na imwene bola ya mailo
timu yaka na fewe waipangire yari fewe wiro sana ni bola fe yari kosa fe Congo na Zambia yari kosa ero futi nga twakonka sana bena singuruma bonse nanyu bonse watipi mazembe so yari fe tactics ya Congo twarisa ikata fe bwini ni bola fe ya shire kosa so te tupere na comprena tawe nanyu Kennedy mwene alisa rufyanya ni game efo yari so tufire fe toposa kufia mano i next game tukeze tashani kese winafi.
The soccer fans are still hopeful that the Chipolopolo boys will still be able to move on in the next round. The Zambian team will on Thursday face Tunisia, even as they fight for a place at the quarterfinals in the ongoing Orange Africa Cup of Nations, which are being held in Equatorial Guinea. Reporting for Prime TV Sports, I'm Gwen Mwila.
And in an all-West African game, Ghana is up against Senegal, and Senegal is leading by 2-1. That's in the 90th plus 3 minutes. I'm sure the game is over now. Senegal is leading by 2-1. As we conclude our menus, look at the headlines once again. Heated political campaigns come to a close. Mrs. Man found dead in unclear circumstances. Zambian government donates relief items to the Republic of Malawi. In international news, Kenyan police tear gas protesting children. And that's the end of the news. Thank you so much for your company. May God bless you, and remember to vote wisely on the 20th of January 2015 in the presidential by-election. Bye-bye.
Hi, I was just checking up some information on the Electoral Commission of Zambia website. Did you know that the Electoral Commission of Zambia has set January 20th, 2015 as the date for the presidential election? Remember that in order to vote, you'll need your green national registration card and your voter's card. Voting is the constitutional right of every Zambian citizen. Exercise your right by voting for the presidential candidate of your choice on January 20th, 2015.
Vote in the presidential election on the 20th of January 2015, starting from 06 hours to 18 hours. Carry your voters and green national registration card to be able to vote. The Electoral Commission of Zambia. Your vote, your right, your voice. Support peaceful elections.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.